The UK is about to remove its quarantine requirements, and travel gets a boost from news about a potential coronavirus vaccine. We've got an update on travel after the UK's lockdown. Whether you are planning on travelling soon or next year, bargains are to be had, but you may need to act now. In this video, we will discuss the UK's plans to get travel on its feet, and how the travel industry is gearing up. We also discuss the UK quarantine, and plans for getting rid of it after the UK's second lockdown. But first, we want to thank you for joining us. Find us on all the other social media channels, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and click that bell, to get notified when we release a new video. We also appreciate your likes and comments below, as it helps to support our channel. Grant Shapps has told airport operators that a new test and release scheme will start once the latest shutdown is over, to cut self-isolation from nations not part of the travel corridor from 14 days to around 7. The Transport Secretary previously said a task force would look to slash the quarantine to around a week, although the exact timescale has yet to be announced. The new scheme will see passengers paying for a COVID test after they arrive in the UK, which is taken 4 or 5 days after arrival, and if the result is negative, it will remove the need for quarantine. He said while speaking to the Airport Operators Association, "I want you to know that we are making very good progress on a test-to-release program to launch once we're out of this lockdown. This will consist of a single test for arrivals into the UK, provided by the private sector, and at the cost to the passenger, allowing us to reduce the period of self-isolation." Industry insiders have said that the test could cost up to £150, but some of the costs will likely be subsidised by the airlines. He also revealed that the quick test results, which are being used in the mass testing pilot in Liverpool, can also pave the way for non-quarantine travel. Mr. Shapps added, "This is a highly accurate swab test that gives results in less than an hour, and doesn't need to go to the lab. Ultimately, it could open the way for non-quarantine travel as well." This news comes after a summer of rows between ministers and the travel industry, sparked when the government slapped a 14-day quarantine period on people coming back from dozens of countries, which resulted in putting people off from traveling. At the moment, people aren't able to travel both inside and outside of the UK during England's second lockdown. People risk a fine if they are caught not abiding with the lockdown rules. One-hour COVID tests for holidaymakers leaving the UK have already launched at Heathrow, giving a boost to international air travel. The tests are being rolled out for passengers who are travelling to countries that require a negative coronavirus test in order to avoid being quarantined. The pre-departure testing facilities launched at Heathrow Airport, in Terminals 2 and 5, last month. The tests are initially only being offered to passengers travelling to Hong Kong, with plans to roll them out to further destinations. The testing by Collinson and Swissport is a rapid, lamp-type test that returns a result in approximately 60 minutes, at a cost of £80. Passengers travelling to Hong Kong can pre-book a test, which must be booked online, before travelling to the airport. London City Airport's CEO, Robert Sinclair, warned that the quarantine restrictions need to be over by Easter, otherwise future holidays will be at risk. He said during a travel conference, "I do think that the industry is pretty much in survival mode, hoping to make it through to Easter and summer. I see the test and release scheme very much as phase 1, as a reduction in quarantine. The task force has to remain in place and move forward to developing a second-step departures protocol, which fully eliminates the quarantine altogether. The second step needs to be ahead of Easter next year, as passengers do feel confident flying. There is just this significant issue undermining demand due to quarantine and a patchwork quilt of travel rules." The positive news of the success of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine trial has given a boost to the struggling travel industry, with tour companies and online travel agents reporting an immediate surge in inquiries and bookings for next year. Popular searches for spring and summer destinations are the Canaries, Cyprus, Venice, the Algarve, and the Costa Blanca. The Pfizer announcement, and Health Secretary Matt Hancock's subsequent suggestion that vaccination of at-risk groups could begin this year, with mass vaccination in the first half of 2021, also prompted a sharp recovery in airline and travel company shares. After a summer of on-off travel corridors and lockdowns, booking anything other than a last-minute trip might seem risky, but operators and agents said pent-up demand means that bargains available now are likely to disappear rapidly once further details of a vaccination program emerge. It remains crucial, of course, to check that trips are fully refundable in the event of restrictions continuing. Visit one of our travel partners below to check out the best deals and plan your holiday in advance. Although the travel industry was feeling positive after the vaccination news, some feared travelers would remain cautious for some time. Once borders open, bookings follow suit, but we see that customers are increasingly likely to book last minute, and the demand for flexibility prevails. It is hoped that the government's travel taskforce, expected to report back next week on measures to get travel opened again, will bring more good news. Where do you plan to travel next year? Comment below. If you need assistance with a visa to Europe or the UK, including help with securing your travel arrangements, IAM can help. For visa advice, contact your IAM visa coordinator. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for more travel and visa updates.